You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Could we rise again as a nation?
What do you mean, could we rise again as a nation?
Okay, because the state of the country.
What do you mean by the state of the country? I don't understand that. Explain me.
Right, the country have plenty money.
Plenty money?
Yeah.
How you know that? So you have to tell me I have a child. Tell me now. How you know that? Gentlemen, thank you for the day. I can't really understand that.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh yo yo yo, my nation is bleeding, yeah. Prophecy unfolding, judgment in morning. I love you still, mommy. When will it end? Tell me, how did we come this way? Oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Whilst the nation still hope and pray, the devil busy, I say. Oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh no, no, I'm feeling the pain for you, mama. Revelation strikes at your corner. Still we are holding on. Your children have lost their way, fighting for survival each day. Oh no, no, going from dawn till dawn. What is happening to my country? Every day is a sacrifice. Blood flowing like water daily. Lives could be lost at any price. The anthem is now a whisper. Some don't care to stand when it play. The lawless is now in control, so the good folks going away. Oh, my Trinity, strange signs all around we are. The hills are alive in a different way. Your babies are dying, brutally I'm seeing here. Would we rise again from what may? Yeah. Oh, the mighty dollar, now cast a spell of uncertainty. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when the rich is getting richer, the poor must remain empty. Oh my Trinidad, know that I say, oh no, no, people balling for pain and hunger, inflation, cost of living higher, can't get no daily bread. So the youth them on top the hill, somehow their bread basket to fill. Oh no, no, so they turn to crime instead. The arms of the state disappointed, still their salaries are daunted. Large increase in the fiscal budget, oil money reach a all-time high. Don't buy no jet for so much of money when the hospitals are in need. Poor people at everyone's mercy, so the hill reacting indeed. Oh no 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 no. Yeah, the people cry, yeah, yeah, yeah. The hills are alive in a different way. Them who take in we money must pay for it dearly one day. Could we rise again come what may? Yeah. How could we truly excel in the midst of all this suffering? Oh my Trinidad. No, 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 no. Tell me, like Shadow said, poverty is hell. So it seems like the devil is king. Oh my Trinidad. Oh my Trinidad. No, 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 no. Cocaine and guns in the heart of the ghetto is what we sow, we shall reap tomorrow. Who are we going to time. Even school children doing crime, well, that is a sign of the time. Oh, my lord, have we now gone insane? Whilst we kill, we own one by one. Skyscrapers going up in town. Chinese laborers at the core. This new city some shall see no more. So we have to hold on to CPEP 10 days and must to get along. Scraping the bottom of the barrel with all this money in town. My Lord, the hills are alive in a different way. You have to do more for the people. Better wages to ease we struggle. Yeah. But we rise again, come what may. Yeah. In this abundance of wealth, still the poor people cannot cope. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago, it is a stark reality. So much have given up hope. Oh, my Trinidad, oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, my, oh no. Some turn to vagrants in the city. Homeless children begging, have mercy, Lord. Child abuse have risen again. Look like Jean and Dinah come back in town. The girls and them singing the song. To survive by any means necessary, dignity gone down the drain. Some say the leaders have failed to do right for one and for all. When there is an imbalance of the scale, then the writing is on the wall. If you ignore the plight of the people, well, the devil shall intervene. It's only divine intervention. I hope you know what I mean. Well, is it true that God is a Trinity with all these crimes and sweet La Trinity? No. The hills are alive in a different way.
Population gone, run control, drug control.
And is it true we have all this money in this land of so much poverty? No. The Lord is my shepherd, come what may, yeah. To you the powers that be, hear the cries of the people you see. All this wealth and nothing for we. No. Because of living is too high. This little money the poor can't buy. Oh my, why? There must be a way. To help the people today, I say. There must be a way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. From Genesis to Revelation, in my Father's house are around many mansions. To take care of 1.3 million natural resources, he made provision to feed this nation. Look, we have oil and gas, it's Lake and Mars, and Calypso, Chutney and Limbo. Yeah. When there is no poverty, crime would decline naturally. Then we could live in harmony. My holy La Trinity, yeah. I love you, mama. I love you, mommy, yeah. Thank you.
We gotta save it. Oh yeah, my sweet TNT. Oh yeah. We used to sing sweet Trinidad. To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss while electoral start. How did we daily we're intimidated. Every day our next to witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap, while them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey, oh yeah, oh. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In our schools, kids getting on, we're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe, live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado, mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics, there is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be frotting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through our ports, big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap, while we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield, busy street, yes, in our city, killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you gas, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging in the Gulf, drugs, guns and women, and the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. We must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah, like zero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. He casts his shadow, slashing victims to the marrow. Trinbago, the time is now. Look how the price we pay in don't steep, while some labor keep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa.
95.9 FM. 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 95 country, whether it affects the country or we laughing. What's around got thrown in the same race, hospital and stinks is in second place and we laughing. We my people coming from heaven knows they walk in the street with the thing exposed and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody keeps saying up on we ain't Trinidad. Always reshuffling cabinet and up to now they can't do nothing yet and we laughing. They buy a boat and it never floats, instead we know it used to carry boat and we laughing. Raise the salary with a big back pay and retrenching for workers every day and we laughing. When election come and you wouldn't vote or you say in this we go cut it throat and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody keeps singing up on we in Trinidad. All our justice trade bill in record time, people asking if we promoting crime and we laughing. Can't finish the hospital or priority, but they finish the money in the treasury and we laughing. If got looting up $1 million a day, this jam on the main road and the highway and we laughing. They went from Alex and the Guyanese let go holler run off the hook with it and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody keeps saying up on we in Trinidad. Some Barbadians say Adam shouldn't dead, that 13 PM should have dead instead and we laughing. He see Tobago and said tobacco, where he get his schooling from them don't know and we laughing. Sideline the commissioner police, things that happen look crime on the increase and we laughing. The minister say crime on the decline and in 3 months they more than 29 and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody keeps saying up on we in Trinidad.
You get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running, How it come you don't know. So they didn't care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with the eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. We got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licked from the slave master to become the landowner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to rise up, you got to stand up. Pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man now.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet, so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters.
Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know how we always say it here, ladies and gentlemen, the village with the DAT Triplets. We originate, we don't imitate. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a mauve t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a purple t-shirt, a multicolored t-shirt. You're welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. You can even come with a pink t-shirt. And also, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Venus Ranius, Xenoranius, Sonaranius, Moonaranius, whatever planet you're from. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring in 1/3 of the DAT Triplets, no other than the Salibe Silibia man, better known as the commissioner in Newark. Went to school somewhere in Palaseco. Yeah, I was told that. He commuted all the way from Marabella to Palaseco.
You're getting it right.
No other than Thomas E., the Commissioner Marshall Nisbet, boy.
Good evening, my good friend, and good evening to the village family. It's always a pleasure to be in the village. Look forward to being here and love everyone in the village.
Tommy, I'm improving it, getting better, boy.
You're getting great.
Yeah, glad. You know something, Tommy, in life, all I try to do is to get better and better, be a better version of myself every day.
You're hitting it out the ballpark now.
Yeah, I think for 6, boy. I don't know if I could get the other one right, but I keep trying, you know what I mean? Let me see. Let me bring in no other than the young lady, the storm, the poet, Ben Skin, Diana, McDonald, Greta, the motivational speaker, born in Barbados, and told us that she's not a Trinidadian, or she says she's a Trinbagonian. I don't know about that. But anyway, no other than the one and only Stormy, the Storm, Diana from St. Catherine's in Barbados. Wave me, Ben Skin, MacD boy.
Well, let me tell you something. You say, good evening, villagers. Good evening, Tommy. Let me take on this man here now. You say in the village that you don't imitate, you only originate, right?
Correct is right.
Good. So my birth paper is an original birth paper. Let me get it right. I was an original Trini. But then, by the way, I became a Bajan. I be US, an American, and a Jamaican too.
Oh, okay. I apologize for misreading where you said you were born.
Okay, good. Okay. We ain't the original Trini here.
Okay. What is your board papers? I mean your board papers then.
The same thing that on yours, except for mommy and papi. And your name.
You talking about the birth paper, you say your boat.
The same thing that on yours, except for my mother name alone on my birth paper. Papi name ain't know about there. Well, it's there as informant. He informed the people of my birth. But he ain't put the name down as papi.
Do you have the birth paper with the see-through one? The see-through
look like a $50 bill, yes, Anselm. I have 5 copies of it, yes.
Okay. What year you received that?
Before the pandemic. I can't remember, but before the pandemic hit, because I was down there. It could have been 18, 19, somewhere there.
So you had to turn in your Barbados birth paper and get your Trinidad.
No, I had to turn in the blue birth paper that they gave you before. The
Oh,
blue one. Yeah, with the pin number. Yeah.
you Trinidad one
Yeah.
that you Trinidad one
Yeah,
that
the
you.
blue. I never had to turn in no Barbados birth paper because I've never issued a Barbados birth paper.
Oh, so how you became a Barbadian citizen?
My mother and father are Barbadians, and by the Constitution of Barbados, recognizes me as a Barbadian by descent.
Oh, so you had dual citizens. You had dual citizenship. Dual.
No,
Quadruple, yeah.
quadruple. How you became a? I want to know how you became a Jamaican citizen.
I'm
Yeah.
married to a Jamaican man, and according to dating, as a Jamaican too, after a certain
So
number
you
of years.
you all over the place just buying
All
bits.
right, so don't be jealous of me.
All right,
Listen,
okay.
I hope you don't get confused though.
I don't get
Yeah.
confused.
So you're
I
a
don't get
Jamaican
confused. Huh?
Bajan Canadian. You're a Jutro Beige. A Jutro.
Whatever. As a CARICOM woman.
Are you a citizen of Jamaica too?
I'm a CARICOM woman.
No, are you a citizen of Jamaica?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's their law.
Oh, all right. You, all right. So
Through
you.
matrimony.
Okay.
Hey.
We have a new person in the village, Paul Williams. Paul.
Huh?
Welcome, Paul.
Yeah, I think Paul is in St. Vincent. No.
Yeah.
Paul, from there, yeah. Paul Williams. Paul, welcome. Welcome, Paul in the village. Paul Williams in
Mm.
St. Vincent.
Welcome to the village, Paul. Welcome. How is the weather in St. Vincent today?
Yeah, I think
How come I can't see Pearl?
close to the Union Islands. Eh? You must be
I
seeing
can't see her on my phone.
You must be seeing Tiffany.
Nope, not seeing that neither. This bootleg phone here, boy, I tell you.
I tell you, you see, at least you're agreeing with me. You don't buy a mobile phone in America.
I don't buy B mobile phone nowhere.
Oh, when you go to China, what kind of phone you guys use?
I put a SIM card in it, dual SIM.
Oh, okay. You put a SIM card in the phone. Okay. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Of course, first in the village was no other than Nadia. Nadia, good night to you.
Good night, Nadia.
Nadia, yeah. Nadia, things back to normal. Right?
Yep.
Rennie just jump out of himself one night. One time, right? One time he jump out of himself. That was it.
I see him writing another poem there.
I don't know what Diana gave him to drink that night, but he jumped out himself. He write a real good poem that night. I said, oh, he very locally inclined, boy. Nadia says, Rennie, good night. Albert, Ken, John, Eiley, Ellis, Troy, Ulrich, Vonnie. Yeah, boy. Nadia showing plenty colorful emojis there, boy. What, boy? Nadia says to Keisha, good night. Judy, Lana, Rose, Scuba, Denise, G. Denise, you anything now, girl? Denise, anything now, eh?
Yeah.
And then we see Nadia. All right, you inside. Denise, G inside. Nadia says, peace, Raj V. Good night, dear blessings, Ken John. Visha, boy. Visha inside. Visha, you inside. Good night. You inside, Visha. Visha say, Anselm, good night. Tommy, good night. Diana, good night. Yeah.
Good night,
hey,
Visha.
even Nadia saying night. All right, and here comes the love doctor, boy. Rennie Mohammed. Good boys and girls. Love in the house. Great love is all I bring. Yeah. Nice Dr. Love.
Ansel, if you don't hear me respond, then I'm answering my professor online. Right? I'll have my mic muted. I'm answering online.
Rennie Mohammed say, respect to the panel, Mr. Walls, Lady Dan. Let me see how Rennie have for we tonight, but
Lord.
We started to look forward to Rennie poems tonight, you know. You know what I mean? We started to look forward. Let me see. All right, he says, send it out virtuous, harmonious, vicious, super fabulous. Love to the ladies. Oh God, boy. A lot of
Rennie copying that from Pinterest or from the internet.
No. All right.
But why vicious love?
Yeah, boy. What kind of love is that, Rennie, boy? Vicious love, boy? That love look like a love in a leather suit to me, you know. I don't know.
Vicious love sounds like a dangerous boy.
Yeah, but that look like a kind of a leather suit kind of love, boy. I'm not gonna know about that. Now a kind of leather suit kind of thing. Anyway, let me get back to Rennie and let me see what you come with tonight. Yeah? Let not the spoils of life blind you from what love can do. It is our emotional and mental strength. It strives with me and you. with your heart, and you will see. Love is priceless and it is free. Rennie, you drop down a few stripes there, you know. You had to keep it up, man. Come on, man.
Well, I wouldn't really drop him so low.
Yeah?
I think he's still in the game.
He's still in the game?
Yeah, he's still in the game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a slam dunk like the last one, man. You know,
Every day the sun wouldn't shine. Every day the sun wouldn't shine. We have to.
You know what it is? All right, we go get 90-10% Rennie. Right?
I give him more than 10. I give him more than 10.
No. 90-10. You know the 90-10 policy we have in the village? 90-10. You know we have 10% Rennie. So this is the 10% love doctor here. Right? Let not if life blind you from what love can do. It is our emotional and our mental strength. It strives with me and you. With your heart, and you will see. Love is priceless and it is free. I know the man dropping words to me again. You know? I don't know why.
Yeah, he copy and pasting from the internet.
I don't know why when you every night when he copy just drop some words to you them line. I don't know why it is. Yeah, Denise G, welcome.
Good night, Denise.
Yeah, and Paul Williams says I'm in the house. Yeah, Paul, welcome to the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Yeah? And you know, pull. I no pull from running, eh?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah. You know them runners and them. Hey, look who come. Capiza.
Hey, Capiza.
If you have no Trini ID card, you're not a Trini. Okay. All right.
What?
Diana,
Capiza,
if you have no Trini ID card, you're not a Trini.
Oh, please. Capiza, I guarantee you I have a Trini ID card before you were born.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I don't know, you know. Well, let's say hello to Paul. Paul is new in the village. Say hello to Paul.
Good night, Paul, and welcome.
Yeah. She's here. Anyhow, all you just say hello to she. I know she there. We seen her. Yeah? Rennie, Nadia want to know how you know love is free.
Hey.
Hey, all right. Look, Rennie answer here, Diana. Hello, Diana. Nobody in copy and nothing. I original to the bone. Give due where is due.
Huh? Give due where is due?
Yeah, he
Rennie,
says.
if I copy and paste that to the internet, a poem will come up.
Nobody in copy and nothing. I original to the bone. You know, when you say to write poem when he was 5 years old, you know. Remember you say that? You forget that? Yeah, the man said that. He tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, Denise the inside girl. I know joke. Anytime Nadia big you up. If Nadia and Keisha and the ladies in the village big you up, you're inside big time. Yeah. Full 100. You know what I mean?
Denise
yeah, Denise. Folks, we fixing up the GoFundMe and our full confidence in Denise. Full 100% confidence. We should get it done by the end of this week. So the more the week is, well, we are Saturday and Sunday. We go get it done. We fixing it up. You know, but I saw all kind of thing going on in Trinidad and Tobago, and the thing is with respect to the local elections, right?
Right.
And you know, I don't understand something. I want you guys to explain to me, Diana and Tommy, and maybe people in the chat.
Okay.
The ruling from the Privy Council, in my understanding, that by postponing the local election, it was illegal. It was an illegal act by the government, right? And if it was an illegal act from the government, right, you can't make excuses and say, well, 2 of them voted for it,
exactly.
2 of them voted against it, and 3 voted for it.
That was lame.
That was, I mean, it's like going to a soccer game and you win 3-2, and you know they say they only beat 3-2, you know. We lose by 1 goal, you know. You know what I'm saying?
But I think better he had said nothing and just do what he had to do instead of trying to defend nothing, because that's what he was defending, nothing.
Well, you could say maybe the indefensible and the undefensible. Put in and on. And the sad part about it is there are people trying to defend that, oh, And here we're trying to defend it now. With respect to the elections, they don't have to call no elections in a certain time, right? Privy Council never tell them they have to call no elections. But I asked the question. I said, well, wait now. People don't want to call the local elections, but they want to beg to call a general election. Help me now. Am I missing something?
Correct.
Did I? No. Tommy.
We all missing something.
I had to be missing something.
And I hope it ain't a screw.
No, but Tommy, I hear these people arguing, and it's like, boy, you can't build an argument on your own without just following along with what's put in the public space. I mean, sometimes I just say, boy, something wrong with me, you know.
Not you only, many of us.
So, yeah, sometimes I just wonder if my elevator does go all the way up to the first floor, you know.
It don't even leave the basement sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't leave the basement. I'm wondering, you know, because I'm wondering if people are thinking, and you know what, this should have nothing to do with politics, eh? This should have to do with country. This is about the country. And if your right to vote was taken away from you, that's your right. You put people in office, and you have a right to vote them out of office. And your right was taken away from you, and the government took your right and did what they decided they wanted to do. And you good with that?
They want to do it when they're good and ready, when they feel that they have an advantage.
Yeah, and so what's next? Well, what's next? What are they gonna do next? You know, so I don't know. Sometimes I just think, you know, it's us or the people in Trinidad do have a problem with those type of things.
At the end of the day, it don't matter who wins for us, who have an alternative. But at the same time, it's just doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
Tommy, say that again, Tommy. You think we really want to do? Is that something we really want to do in Trinidad? The right thing to do?
I don't know.
You really think so?
It's the best thing, though. The right thing.
I have a story to tell. A philosophical story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, everybody listening and taking notes in the village. Good. Okay. Once upon a time, there was this bird. And the bird, you know, he was flying here, there, and everywhere in a certain region. And he forgot to fly south in time for the winter, to the warm. Mm-hmm. So he realized he's behind, all the others gone and left him. And he fly. Poor thing, he tried to catch up with his flock, well, a flock of birds, and his poor wing, you know, gave out on him, and he fell to the earth. Mm-hmm. While he was there laying down, beaten up, a cow came along and pooped on him. Mm-hmm. So he's now covered in dung, and the winter was setting in. So he was glad for the warmth in there, but then he realized, he said, but wait now, I inside here, I have no food, my wing broken, I can't stay, I gotta scream for some help. He's covered in poop. So he started chirping and making a sort of noise. And then along came a cat. And the cat sniffs, and he heard the bird in the dung heap. And he dug into the dung heap and pulled him out of the heap and ate him. I said that story to say, when you are covered deep, when you are deep in SHIT, you have to remember who helped you and who saved you. But should you, when you are deep in SHIT, should you keep your mouth shut? So I just said that story to create dialogue.
So when you're deep in SHIT, you keep your mouth shut and it'll save your life.
I'm asking you, should you keep your mouth when you're deep in SHIT, or Or do you remember who helped you out of the SHIT?
It's whether
That's my
it's whether you
Socratean.
want to live or not.
Yep. That's my provocative story. Right? So go right along.
Yeah, so I think
Look, Capiza. You see where Capiza going?
where you going?
Deep in PNF.
Okay, let me see.
So what do you do, Anselm? Do you
What do you
make
do?
noise and cry for help? Or do you stay deep in the thing?
Stay mired.
Stay mired in well, I mean, if it's the winter and you're covered, you might want to stay there because you're covered, you're safe. If it's the winter.
But if you're hungry and you can't get out to get something to eat, what you gonna do?
You could just eat some of the dung.
Eat some of the dung.
Yeah, what do you mean? I
But
good man.
But the same person that help you out of the shit you was in, I think you could say that. The same person that eat you.
So here's Capiza. Capiza, Anselm, you have amnesia, but until you have PNM, you must know the motors operandi. What Capiza to be talking about sometime?
Oh, you answer my question. You going on Capiza?
No, but I told you. I said if it's the winter,
and
you keep you warm, you might as well stay under it.
And what do you think? What would you do, Tommy?
Guess what? I would stay quiet. I would eat the dung and hope that I don't finish it before I get cold and freeze to death.
Oh, so people, so persons piling poop on you. You will stay under there and hope that you for the best, and don't perk your head up because you don't know somebody waiting there to eat you. So take the crocodile they're throwing on you.
Yep.
Take it, just take it, and stay buried in it.
Take that and cool it
because the dung mightn't be greener on the other side.
So take being covered in poop, and nobody, and don't try to raise your head and use an exit strategy to get out.
But the grass mightn't be greener on the other side. You might be change and all you guys exchange. Right? You might think coming out from under there, you will get change. And when you come out from under it, all you guys exchange.
First speaking, when you come out, you can't fly.
Correct.
But you're gonna, but you could still die under the dung heap. You ain't got no food. They're piling stuff on you.
They said it's gonna cover you for the winter.
The dung is gonna be recycled food.
Yeah, they say the dung will cover you for the winter. So if I could be saved through the winter, it's like I believe I'm a bear now. I'm in hibernation.
But your wing broken up under there.
Well, so and that's exactly right. My wing might be able to heal while I'm under there.
That's correct.
And be able to heal while you're under there, and you're buried in poop.
Yes.
So don't cry out for no help. Don't try to stick your head out from that poop because the cat waiting there to eat you.
Even if you stick your head out, don't raise no alarm.
Yeah,
but how about if sticking out your head and it may not be a cat waiting there to eat you?
Might be a lion.
It may not be a lion. Maybe genuine. Maybe it might be genuine help waiting there for you. So you're gonna stay buried in poop.
Listen, the way you put it out, you said you asked us. But you see, if you didn't say it was winter, and it wouldn't cover me for winter, if something would save me during the winter, if something would save me during the winter, yeah, it's due. But at least I could be saved during the winter, and there's a great possibility my wing, right, will heal by then.
But you're gonna starve underneath that pile of poop, and you're in the path where more cows are passing, dumping more poop on you.
But when them B&M going to have hibernation, they don't starve.
But their anatomy is built different from a bird. They fill themselves up with a lot of fat and fish and omega and all that thing. So their anatomy is expects that. But a bird he's not supposed to be in that neck of the woods if he's not indigenous to that area. You got to go south. So he procrastinated.
No, Diana.
Huh?
What would you have done?
Well, what I would have done, I would have tried to gingerly put my head on. I'm making no sort of noise. Gingerly and ease my way away from that dung heap.
And then what about
once I feel like my wings are, my wing is, to some sense of normalcy. Like you said, I would probably feed on something from the dung and gingerly move away from that dung heap. But I ain't making a noise to attract the cat to come and eat my tail, though.
You can't fly?
But your wing heal up.
But no. You say you would poke out. But if you poke out and the cat sitting down there and wait for you, right?
You asked me, I said I would wait till my wings somewhat heal and gingerly move myself away from that dung heap.
Oh, so you're still waiting time then?
Yeah, I ain't gonna wait all the time, but I ain't making no sort of noise because I don't know, who's waiting.
You know what Denise says? While you need to have a voice, sometimes you have to live to fight another day. Correct is right. Correct is right. Correct is absolutely right. Yeah?
Hear the teacher.
Yeah, correct is right. 100. Troy Smith.
That's the classical answer.
Troy Smith said good night to everyone. Anselm Rowley is the Caribbean Tiger Woods.
What is that?
That's a good one.
He said Rowley is the Caribbean Tiger Woods.
Rowley is the Caribbean one?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger. Okay.
Yeah. So folks, it's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM.
But we lose a big one though. We lose a big one yesterday.
Yeah, but we lose a big one in truth.
Tina.
Yeah. Folks, stick on stage. It's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets. We'll be right back after the show.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, is one set of dotishness to Mama Kai, you and me. It ain't have no color, it ain't have no race, it ain't have no principles or any values in place. And it was never meant to be the answer for unity. It shares no philosophy with any consistency. For when you watch the pedigree in each and every party, the difference you see turns out to be a case of power and money. Look here, them French Creoles in Saint-As, Maraval and Saint-Clair, they don't hold no allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing, money is getting. That's why PNM quite on turn coat to UNC. And when Del Motley, his background showed he was with DAC. Hector Motley, the speaker, swore PNM till he dead. And when the last election over, he was UNC instead. Augustus Ramreka Singh, I knew him in Tapia. Next thing I know, he was a PNM minister. John Humphrey changed from Trinity and he joined about 5 parties. So he's only die-hard new and grassroots me. It's PNM and UNC. I lie. Oh, UNC is only a power play to get our sympathy. It's not about African, it's neither East Indian. It had nothing to do with anybody's religion. Kamaluddin is a Muslim, Mahavi a Christian to the brim. Yet Montano the mulatto, different race, same party, you know. Johnny Milton and Rex are one, are two Chinese politicians. And while both of them love PNN, Brian White had a problem. Them French Creoles in St. Anne's, Maraval and St. Clair, tell them they don't know allegiance or no party here. Right through, rich men just be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing, money is their thing. The name Steve Ferguson is really an East Indian who with Ishak Galbaran sing, both parties they financing. Joey Saw and Emil Elias are PNM Lebanese, and yet Sabta of the same cast helps UNC pay their fees. Syrian businessman John Rahael, PNM they keep me up. An African wave mark as well, UNC made him minister. PNM's fundraising dinner had businessmen of all color. So it's only Chupidi, you and me. It's PNM and UNC.
Back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come there every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. I had some statistics here from the world statistics, right? So this is from the financial index. Do you know where is, well, this one might be a little difficult. What is a one-bedroom apartment monthly rent cost in New York? As an example. Well, New York is in the top 10 in the world as far as monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment.
About 3,000.
Diana, you're on the ball. $3,884. A one-bedroom apartment in New York. The rent. Brooklyn is sixth on the list. Sharjah is first on the list, $6,549. New York is second on the list, $3,884. Singapore is third, $3,621. San Francisco is fourth, $3,278. Hamilton is fifth, $3,125.
Hamilton is where? Toronto, Ontario.
I would think Hamilton is Canada.
Canada, right?
You're somewhere in Canada. Brooklyn is sixth, $2,783. Think about this, right? Brooklyn.
2783 in Brooklyn.
Yeah, 2,783 in Brooklyn. Can you imagine that?
Brooklyn.
Like, everything went up, Anselm. Cost of living, like gasoline going up, food going. Remember the other day they were paying where some, I don't know if it was true, but when I went to Walmart, I'll use myself as an example. I saw a dozen eggs almost $8. This what? before it claim I come back down. Eggs were very expensive
in Walmart.
Yes, very expensive. So you know what they did? They put a lock on the egg thing with the egg eye, and you were only allowed to. They would open it and give you.
Them is grass-fed eggs.
No, just before that, a couple. You remember, Tommy? Yeah, there was a big hullabaloo over eggs.
Well, this week I heard a broadcast on television concerning eggs. They said last year the reason why they were so expensive is because of the bird flu, and that this year they're in a better place. So.
Yeah, eggs were expensive, and it's so bad that Trinidadians were doing parodies on on social media. I saw one fella, you know how Ernie used to, how the fella used to come around to Ernie on Sesame Street and open his jacket and show him things he got. Some fella open it, he say, I got duck egg, I got zandoli egg, I have iguana egg, chicken egg, I have the male cock egg, turtle egg, all kind of egg inside the jacket.
Oh yeah,
male cock making egg now.
It's a parody, Tommy. You know, Trinidad.
I mean, that's what I say. I asked the question too. Me and Tommy, we was in unison.
I started to laugh when he said male cock egg. I said, well, you know, that's what made the skit funny, you know.
Right.
I was like, whoa.
So the World of Statistics says the best cities for startup. What will you think is the best cities for startup? Number one.
The best city for startup in the world?
Best cities for startup here in the world.
Atlanta's
Atlanta is not in the top 10.
It's not in the United States.
Yes, in the United States.
New York.
Diana, New York is second.
Whoa, close. All right.
The startup, you're saying?
Startup companies.
Oh, Delaware.
No, Delaware is not in the top 10.
Well, it has, if it's New York.
It's on the West Coast.
It's on the West Coast? Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is number 6.
Los Angeles on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Sacramento is not in the top 10.
The Silicon Valley. Where is Silicon Valley is?
What's San Francisco?
There you go, Tommy. San Francisco is number 1.
San Francisco, okay.
So it's San Francisco, New York. San Francisco 1, New York 2, London is 3, Boston is 4, Beijing is 5, Los Angeles is 6, Tel Aviv is 7, is 8, Seattle is 9, and Seoul is 10. And there's a lot of New York cities here in New York. Best USA cities like San Francisco, New York, Boston, Los Angeles, and Seattle is in the top 10. Washington, D.C. is number 11. San Diego is number 13. And let me see what else you have there. San Diego is number 13. And then you have Chicago is number 19. You know, so it's interesting with these kind of statistics. If you want to do a startup. So here's the last one. The largest companies by category. Which company has the highest market cap? Let me give you a hint. Amazon is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazon is number.
You said the largest what? I didn't get the word. Largest?
Highest market cap. Highest market capital.
Capital.
Yeah.
The highest market capital.
Your hint?
No, wait. The highest market capital.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Starbucks.
Tommy, you're on the ball level.
Which one is it?
Tesla. Yeah. Tesla is the highest.
Oh, you mean with the cars, with the electric cars?
Largest companies by categories. The highest market cap is Tesla is auto. Airline is Air China.
Yeah.
Boeing. Yeah, aircraft. You wouldn't believe it. Airline is Air China. You understand? That just goes to show you, right? Beverage bank is JP Morgan.
Right.
Beverage is Kwai Chow. I never heard of that one. KWEICHOW.
A beverage?
Beverage, yeah. KWEICHOW. Let me see what that is.
I don't partake in them things too often. Me don't know what it is. We gave me to drink and eat.
Is where and what?
No, sorry.
I never know that one. Quite sure. Song like if it's Japanese or something. Song like if it's
But let me tell all this something. See? Why we on this topic?
Hold on. Quite sure. Province. Quite sure. No, it says a province. Okay.
China.
It's a beverage. It's a beverage. What? So I must be from China. Beverage. Quite sure.
You're not hearing him, and you hearing him down, Tommy? I hear him.
But he's not talking because he's researching. Let's see. Quite sure.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't tell us what white chow is. But here they have a beverage, and then they have chemical is Linde, Linde. Clothing is Louis Vuitton. Construction is Vinci. And courier is UPS. And then e-commerce is Amazon. Financial services is Visa. Food is Nestle. Healthcare is United Health.
Nestle.
From Trinidad, I don't know, it's Nestle's.
Nestle.
Nestle's. Healthcare is Health. Hotel is Oriental Land. And internet is Google.
I don't know.
Internet is who? Google?
Yeah, Google. Yeah, so that's just some interesting facts in the village in WZYE 95.9 FM.
But let me tell you something. I was driving the other day going somewhere. And I was behind a garbage truck, about four or five cars. So I saw the garbage truck stop alongside the thing. So I'm looking to see, you're just paying attention because there's a red light too ahead. I saw this arm stuck out from the garbage truck, a electric arm, like a robotic arm. Retrieve the garbage thing, pick it up, turn it over, dump it inside, put the thing back down.
Mm-hmm.
The guys ain't jumping off the truck more. You seen that in Jersey yet?
Not yet.
Yeah. Huh?
It's coming.
AI. Then the other day now, I do a lot of this reading. I see a robot cleaning the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Cleaning the bathrooms.
Yep.
I said to myself, what's going on here, boy?
It's already here. You better get on board.
And you see, they use a robot the other day when the building collapsed in New York, the garage.
Right.
They're sending a robot in it. You see?
That's right.
But to do certain surgeries too.
And I see this robot, and the true BBC or whatever documentary was, and the woman talking and blinking and flirting with the human being.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, so there we go. The humanoid, the robots are coming to take over the humanoids.
So Denise says the wing will set abs. Abs will heal over time.
The wing will set, abs will heal over time.
Yeah. Denise also asked, what is your locus of control, Diana? Weigh the consequences. Oh God, Denise, boy. Locus of control, boy.
But again, how you spell quiet for quiet show?
KWEICHOW.
KWEICHOW. Okay, one word?
Yeah, one word.
Denise, why you using all them highfalutin phrase on me? I went to school, Huh? Why you coming in here with all this biblical language?
She educating you?
Huh? What is what are you trying to do with the Bajan girl? Locus of control? Weigh the consequences?
This is interesting. It says it's a type of baijiu, a distilled Chinese liquor made in the tongue of Maotai in China province, produced by state-owned Kwaichou Mutai Company.
Right, it's from the alcohol industry.
Yeah, it is distilled from fermented sorghum and comes in different varieties. Wait,
from fermented sorghum from the sea?
Yeah, from fermented sorghum.
Wait.
Fermented what?
Sorghum, SORGHUM.
That is sargassum, Tommy?
I'm just wondering if that's what it is. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure.
But in Tobago, they use that for the sargassum that comes ashore for fertilizer.
Right, in Trinidad too.
They carry it away and they use it for fertilizer.
I mean, they say it's a beverage, so it could be a beverage. It says it's a popular drink in China. And it's
But you go and drink with them Chinese drink then.
No, I went China, boy.
I ain't drinking. I very leery about what them was geared to eat, and not me. Mm-mm. The other
no,
day I was in the mall up by me,
but we
and I
could.
ordered some vegetables. I'll stick my steam, but I know my vegetable. And I said, "Well, let me get a drink." They said it was passion fruit. That's okay. And when I
But
get the passion fruit, I set up beads in it like eyes. And I said, "No, I don't want this. I don't know passion fruit to have. It looked like white pearls melting or something. I don't want that."
it's interesting, In 2021, Kwai Chow Mutai Company Limited was the largest beverage company in the world and
Hmm.
China's most valuable non-technology company. Interesting, eh?
But it's from what I'm reading here, it's a type of beer.
Yeah, but they call it a beverage. It's considered to be a beverage.
You probably drink it and you don't even know.
No, they might get a different name in Trinidad.
I'm here.
I don't think it reached that yet.
You feel so?
Mm-mm.
We better send it Trinidad,
Well, that's an opportunity.
Because the largest beverage company in the world,
It's an opportunity. You want to give it a go?
Yeah, I give it a go, man. Of course. People don't like to drink alcohol in Trinidad.
They love alcohol. They don't like it.
And listen, they say it's a high proof liquor that has an alcohol content. Oh God, between 53 to 60% by volume. It is a clear, colorless liquor with a strong, pungent aroma. The
Wow.
taste is complex and varied with notes of caramel, fruit, and spice. Oh God.
All right.
I think that's something you love. Doctor could do it.
It's covered with what? Caramel, fruits, and spice.
Taste is complex and varied with notes of caramel, fruit, and spice.
Well, here you see the word complex. I don't want my drink complex. I want my drink
Simplified.
normal.
But what's the content of most alcohol in this country?
12, 15%. I don't know. Depend.
Don't some
I know the Jamaican Nephew real high.
And punching is high too.
Real high.
Yeah, highly welcome. Diana, Eugene sent a special good evening to you. He says good evening, Diana. He didn't say good evening, Anselm and Tommy. He only said good evening, Diana.
Bye, Eugene. Yeah. So
Trinidad, hold a minute. I live in Florida. That's how garbage and recycling.
See? I that's the first time I seen it, Trinidad Margot. I said, wait now, as a robot reach and pick the thing up. I said, well, in my town here, I said, well. You see jobs, usually before we have men on the back of the truck, right? That 2 jobs gone.
Mean Gene said Chinese living longer than other ethnic groups. Kapisa want to know punching is what proof? That's a good question. What is the proof of punching?
Probably 80 or 90.
I don't drink punching. I just suck with punching when I have a fever.
It's up there. It's about 80 to 90 percent alcohol by volume, I think.
Really?
Yeah, if I have a fever or aches, joint aches, I mix that with beer. What do you call it? Bay leaf. And suck with it.
Or you ever drink babash?
Of course.
I think that's burn you like fire going on your throat.
And guess what? That is the swag method. They know what proof or whatever is, whatever the person who make it, whatever they put comes out to be. So that ain't nothing set. That's swag, scientific, while a guess method.
Are they ready for me? Question answer.
40%.
Right. So this is what it says. Punching can range anywhere from 100%, 100 proof, which is 50% ABV. What is ABV?
Alcohol, something.
All by volume.
All by volume.
Yeah, alcohol by volume. So punching can range from 50% alcohol by volume to 70% alcohol by volume or even higher. So that Chinese rum higher than that.
No, 40%.
No, the Chinese 80%.
So, and you know what? Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all ready for my question or no?
Uh-huh.
Well, let me ask you. The Chinese drinking that rum or they only make it to sell to people?
No, Chinese drinking that.
They drinking that. You sure about that?
Yeah.
But Anselm, I'm reading here that it's 40% has an alcohol content of around 40%.
But this one says it can range anywhere from 50% ABV to 75% ABV or even higher. Different brands have different variations in the proof of their punching rum.
Well, you know what they plan to do? They can't get you the other way. They tried with the Lango the bat and Lango the thing down there. So they said that ain't work. So we go drunk and all, you know.
Nah.
Okay.
That's what they plan to do.
Kwaichow Mutai Company Limited. That company, right? Kwaichow Mutai is a Chinese state-owned producer of Baijiu, a traditional and strong alcohol spirit made from sorghum.
Hmm? Yeah, you notice.
Wheat and barley. Sorghum, wheat, and barley. The company Mutai Baijiu is considered to be China's luxury liquor. The company is known as one of the industry giants alongside Sichuan-based Wulanji Group. I don't know if I'm saying it. Wulanji Group. Founded in 1999, Kwaichow Mutai is based in Renhuai,
Guangzhou? Is it Guangzhou?
Guizhou Province. It is headed by Chairman Yan Rengu. The distiller is listed on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange.
It's a big company then. It's a big company.
Baijiu has an alcohol content of around 40% and is particularly popular in China's cold northeastern and inland area. China's Baijiu market stood at about 10 trillion yen. That's $80.3 billion in 2013. High-gen Baijiu ranges from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars per bottle. Okay. You hear that one there?
Yeah.
Hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars per bottle. Depends on how high the end is. And was often served at banquets and events for or presented as gifts to high-ranking government officials and clients. However, its overall consumption is declining because of the current voluntary ban on extravagant banquets in the wake of President Jinping's anti-graft campaign. All right. It's just a lot to read on this thing.
Yeah. But it's just information. You know, he was trying to put in the public space. Rennie says punching on water. What is that one? Punching on water. You ever heard that?
Punching on water?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll have to water it down to drink it because it'll be so bloody strong. And
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I've had it before, punching on water.
Yeah, the Rock sells a tequila that tastes like Babash. Who's the Rock?
The Rock is the wrestler, no?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what you're talking about. What about Bacardi from Puerto Rico? That strong? That's strong? I know Trinidadians love Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker Blue, boy. You ever had Johnny Walker Blue, Tommy?
No, I'm not a whiskey aficionado. So
I never had Johnny Walker Blue. Capisa say punching on stag.
That's what they call steel and brass.
I don't know, boy.
I think
I
so.
don't know. I don't know. But we want to get to a few news stories here, Tommy. We see that there is activities going on in Trinidad, and with respect, oh, you know what? I wanted to put on this Piaco situation here, Tommy. You know, and listen to this, eh? So Mark Basant, who's doing this story, was severely criticized for doing a story on Foster Cummins, right? Mark Basant is now doing a story on the Piaco situations. And Tommy, in Trinidad and Tobago, boy, we have some serious bandits, boy. White collar bandits. You understand?
That's why it's so tough to get a grip on crime.
We have white collar bandits in Trinidad and Tobago, and them dealing in some high level, right? So it is alleged, and this is Mark Basant was saying, that a certain man had to get $1 million US upfront with that Piaco airport situation in order for the company, in order for them to kind of help out with who was going to win the bid. $1 million US upfront, you know, not to do anything, just to help you, you know.
And that's the bid for?
When they was going to do the Piaco, the stuff for the Piaco airport. The situation with the corruption in the Piaco airport.
You mean the thing from how many years ago?
Yeah, from 20 something years ago. Yeah. The man had us to get $1 million US upfront. And one of the fellas from the company in the USA was singing like a canary and telling them everything, because it's in the US you are, you know, not in Trinidad.
True.
You know, in Trinidad is a different story. You could do whatever you want in Trinidad.
Oh yeah, do what you want.
You know, our judiciary in Trinidad is I don't know, boy. It's like a parlor. It's a parlor, because sometimes you don't get justice in here. You get just dust. You know, when you go inside of there, especially if you don't have the money. You know, so let's listen to this.
In late 1997, the Piaco Airport project was shifted to the purview of NIPDEC from the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. Co-conspirators Ronald Burke and Eduardo Hillman Waller of Burke Hillman Consultants in the deposition said that Ed Bailey, the new chairman of NIPDEC, had a tight connection with Maritime's Steve Ferguson, where he also held a senior position. Margaret McDowell Thompson, who gave live testimony at the civil trial and was general manager of NIB and later retired, admitted that insurance boards had no experience with airports. She told the court that under her leadership, the board tried to follow a standard bidding process and procurement process in getting pre-qualifications of contractors. They initially had a list of 29 candidates, but that was whittled down to 8 for the CP9 project. This package dealt with the airport's building enclosure and interior. She said when they sent out the bids, open quote, we started to see that not all 8 were coming in, close quote. Effectually, what State Attorney representing the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, James Robinson, said to the jury in his closing remarks was that Ferguson and friends created roadblocks to stop others bidding on CP9, and Ferguson also provided inside information to Northern Construction owned by Ish Galbaransing, and for this, Ferguson received further kickbacks. Ronald Burke admitted in his deposition that prior to former AATT chairman Amir Idu resigning in July 1997, he had a liking for Northern Construction to obtain the contract. Open quote, attorney, the chairman of your client, the AATT, you identified them as your client, had a high interest in Northern being involved in the construction. Burke, no, there was no question in my mind or Mr. Pantina's mind that Northern was the golden child. Attorney, Galbaransing and Northern were being put forth as the favorite horse if you will in the race? Burke, right. Attorney, fair statement. Burke, that's correct. Close quote. Even Burke's partner Hillman Waller admitted in his deposition, open quote, that Northern was going to bid for the contract and the group wanted Northern to win, close quote. So how did the scheme work to ensure that Northern Construction won the bid and had enough time to prepare for it? In came Mr. René de Villegas of Suarez de Costa, a Miami-based firm. And as State Attorney James Robertson summed it up to the jury, open quote, Mr. de Villegas helped them get this extension so that they get their bid on time. Northern had from evidence that was shown no clue how to build an airport, close quote. What Suarez Costa did is ask for a 10-day extension, which in essence allowed Northern Construction to get its bid in order. Ironically, Suarez never submitted a bid, and the general manager of NIBDEC, McDowell Thompson, was not only unaware of the collusion, but said if Northern was the only firm to ask for an extension, she would never have granted it, since they were working on a tight timeline. McDowell Thompson later received Northern's bid for US $29 million or 183.9 million TT, which she told the US court was quote-unquote shockingly high. Anselm, a foreign firm that had prepared a report for NIBDEC on the cost of this specific project, quoted a figure of US $20 million. McDowell Thompson told the court in a testimony that she was shocked because Anselm was able to convince them that the job could be done for $20 million US. On June 21, 1999, Burke Hillman, described by the state in the court as the scheme's middleman, awarded a contract to Northern Construction. Despite several letters from McDowell Thompson to Burke Hillman to review the Northern bid, they seemed to have ignored it, she told the court. Open quote, McDowell Thompson, oh yes, we were writing non-stop by this time. I am getting really fed up, close quote. 6 months before the CP9 contract was awarded, Ronald Burke in his deposition spoke about a secret meeting he had in January 1997 at Rafters Restaurant where he met Ferguson and Galbaransing. Burke said, open quote, Ferguson said Galbaransing was interested in doing work on the airport project. This was the first time I had seen Galbaransing since the time at Quaitong's house and toast the night of the presentation. By then I knew Galbaransing was one of the three horsemen, close quote. Burke said he was also taken to Galbaransing's hotel in Tobago by Amir Idu and encouraged to, quote-unquote, take a look at some of the work they had done, Galbaransing's people had done and constructed. Burke later said to the court he realized that they were positioning Galbaransing's company to be a potential participant in the airport project. Burke also recalled in his deposition that Ferguson was lobbying them to accept Northern's bid. Ferguson pleaded the fifth to avoid self-incrimination in his deposition to the U.S. court pertaining to all the allegations surrounding the airport scandal. Burke added in his deposition that Ferguson was the one calling all the shots. Open quote. In the final months, he was the one making the decisions. It wasn't Galbaransing. Again, he, Ferguson, was the bonding company. I went to one or two of the meetings when he went over how things were working, this and that. Galbaransing said Ferguson made all the decisions, close quote. In fact, Burke said towards the end of the project, Ferguson showed up regularly, although he had not been awarded any work on the contract. To add insult to injury, Hillman Waller also admitted that Northern Construction was not competent for this job. Open quote. Zero capabilities. I've said that before. Zero capabilities. They've built a bridge and I don't know of anything else. Close quote. Another business partner of Burke Hillman, Leonardo Mora, who pleaded guilty to wire-related fraud related to the criminal case in this matter, also said in his deposition that Northern Construction was way out of its league. Open quote. Northern did not have neither the experience nor the capability to carry out the construction of the terminal building, close quote. And as Northern went about its business, NIBDEC's general manager at that time, McDowell Thompson, said she brought concerns to the tenders committee about Northern Construction, but in September 2000, she was sent to oversee projects in St. Lucia and only came home on weekends. McDowell Thompson sensed something had been wrong, but she told the court, open quote, I don't know construction. I felt all kinds of things, but it never dawned on me until I started to see documents. Then I would say, oh ho, close quote. And while McDowell Thompson was sent away, Hillman Waller in his deposition spoke about kickbacks that Northern Construction paid his Colombian bank account for receiving the contract. Open quote, attorney. Northern paid $500,000 to ESSA's BBVA account. Hillman Waller, that's correct. Close quote. State Attorney James Robinson summed it up to the jury in his closing address quite succinctly. Open quote. The truth is, the evidence is, prices were high because of the bids and the overpayments that were being paid to enrich Mr. Ferguson and all his other friends with all their secret bank accounts all around the world. Close quote. In fact, Leonardo Mora, Hillman Waller's man of business, in his deposition said he created an account in a Colombia bank for Hillman Waller and called it, quote-unquote, Dineros Hillman, to keep track of kickbacks and other amounts received by Hillman through the ESSA BBVA account, close quote. But Mora said when Hillman Waller heard that his name was on the account, he was not happy and asked Mora to change it. Mora said he used the pseudonym of his partner, Fabio Blando, for Hillman. Open quote, attorney. So he knew that the name of the account that was to try to keep track of his monies going in and out of ESSA was now called Fabio Blando? Mora, yes. Close quote. Tomorrow, the corrupted Kalmaquip bid and millions more in kickbacks. Mark Besant, TV6 News.
All right. It's a deep pit.
Huh?
I say it's a pit.
But Tommy, it's not just a pit, Tommy. But you see what those guys are doing with the hard-earned taxpayers' money?
Exactly.
They're playing games with people's taxpayers' money, and they ain't doing no work, right? They just getting
paid
in order for this company to do this and this company to do that, and the company is involved by giving them kickbacks. It's sad. It's sad, right? And them fellas want to appeal that. Them want to appeal that. Boy, I don't know what to say now.
So what you call that, Anselm?
Let me what you call that? Corruption?
Don't talk.
Crime.
You're in my head. Corruption. Now you understand when I say thing ain't working down there? I don't talk.
Nah, but that doesn't have to do with. You see, but the thing about it is that when we see it, we call it as is. But when it's not there, we don't call it when it's not there. For example,
but we know it there. We know it going on behind the closed doors. We know.
The worst part of the equation is that when they get away with it, then any and everybody else feel they can get away with it and do the same thing and get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the taxpayers suffering. They're suffering.
Who that was under? Who that Piako was under? Pandey?
Pandey government.
Okay. All right. But people like Capiza and them don't want to talk about that, you know. Capiza don't want to talk about that. Capiza, why you don't want to talk about that?
I've had enough history of what go on in Trinidad. I want to see what they're doing to go forward. Somebody said AI is going to be the wave of the future. Are we teaching the little children from them small age to start to do robotics and coding and all the things that are necessary to entice companies and fix the crime situation, to entice companies to open up shop there, for lack of a better word, because you have a literate society, 98% literacy, and they're trained in AI and robotics and schematics and all the kind of things. Right? Are we doing that? But no, I see where they said how many 2,000 children fall out of school between the elementary and and secondary. A whole heap of them drop off. Right? What are we doing? You have to prepare, because Trinidad and Tobago is a very literate society. We should be why I brought up the things about robotics. That is the future. That is the future. You have a literate society. You start training them in that. and fix the crime situation where companies will say, okay, we're going to open up shop here. We're going to open up shop here. They think that everybody want to go bill in China all the time. They're going to open up shop up and down the Caribbean, but what are they doing? Who's doing it in Trinidad and who's doing it? People have bridges, getaway. Children can't make it to go to school. And somebody was doing a
This
live.
thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, is one set of dotishness to Mama Kai, you and me. It ain't have no color, it ain't have no race, it ain't have no principles or any values in place. And it was never meant to be the answer for unity. It shares no philosophy with any consistency. For when you watch the pedigree in each and every party, the difference you see turns out to be a case of power and money. Look here. Them French Creoles in Saint-As, Maraval and Saint Clair, they don't hold no allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing, money is getting. That's why PNM quite on turn court to UNC. And when Del Motley, his background showed he was with DAC. Hector Motley, the speaker, swore PNM till he dead. And when the last election over, he was UNC instead. Augustus Ramreka Singh, I knew him in Tapia. Next thing I know, he was a PNM minister. John Humphrey changed from Trinity and he joined about 5 parties. So he's only die-hard new and grassroots me. It's PNM and UNC.
Back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Hi, Chuba.
Juba. Oh God, Chalky's the best, yes, boy. We gotta try to get Chalky here, you know, boy.
So Anselm and Tommy, you all don't have no feedback on what I said about the AI and the literacy and who's making Trinidad attractive for investors to bring the country forward. Nobody have no feedback.
We talk about
AI, you're talking
AI all the time here.
You're talking truth, Storm.
We talk about AI all the time here.
Yeah, but I ain't get no feedback on my suggestion. Now, 98% literacy rate. What are they doing? What are they doing to, make Trinidad viable to an investor who will, want to? Let me look at this country, and the dollar exchange might be more enticing to them. Go ahead.
The kids today, you don't need to teach them no coding class no more. AI will do it for them.
Yeah, the little ones, coming along.
Yes, AI, you don't have to go and learn to code and thing no more. You could learn code through AI.
Through
AI.
Yeah, but why can't they make like a program to steer the youth toward that and build their own robots and things to I don't know, in Trinidad, I don't know, and steer them away from gang activity. So let them build a robot to something in their community. I don't know, Anselm. I don't know.
I think, and you see, to me, one of the simplest ways to get the kids involved is through recreation and sports. And Brian Lara stated one of the biggest things is in the 41 constituencies is to get the kids from small involved in some type of sporting activities. Now, I call it the double A's, is academic and athletics. There are some kids.
I would add one more, arts.
Okay. All right, thank you.
AAA, right? And it is not that difficult. Right there in the communities, you need to have these programs for these kids. If the kids don't like sports, they like academics, we have academic programs, right? For example, I really think they should get rid of that what is that, the CSEC? What is it called?
SCA, no, SCA.
SCA, yeah. I think they should get rid of that SCA.
Yeah, that's a waste of time.
That's a waste of precious time because all that teaching you is to take an exam.
And it's one more institution to be corrupted.
Correct is right. That's why you didn't see what happened to the exam the other day. Somebody leaked the exam in Jamaica because all of them taking the same exam, right? That exam is a waste of precious time. Waste of time.
I saw something on social media where Asja girls created a hydrophonic module, which could be replicated in the agricultural industry there, So I'm just saying, you have to look at agriculture differently because, the water, they're concerned about water scarcity and now all that. So, right? And, you through recreation, you go to the thing, you have the computer thing that they're learning too, and they're building something that they can use inside the rec center, or I don't know. Nobody's creative thinking things, they're not creative. I don't see anything investing in the youth, teaching. But in order to be in the program, you have to, you can't be. You have to behave yourself then. Be of good, good character while you're attending there, right? Teach them stuff that, and take the stuff they build and put them in the government offices, use them, whatever, and make sure I'm proud. Say, look, we built that and my government is using it. What are they doing, Anselm? Nobody cares. Nobody doing nothing.
You see again.
And the world going ahead. The world going ahead.
But then you see again. You said nobody cares.
You care.
Nobody cares. Really and truly, it when you say nobody
but
cares.
Do you the answer? I'm not going on that road with you. When I make my statement, I'm leaving it there. You can disagree or not. I have an opinion, and my opinion is the people that are in charge and supposed to care don't care. That is my opinion. I might be wrong. Correct me, but I'm not going on that road with you. You have your opinion.
It's not going down, and this is not an opinion.
My opinion is the people who are supposed to be caring don't. To me, I'm not saying it is factual. To me, do not exhibit the gross amount of care that is necessary. That is my statement.
No, that is different from a statement that nobody cares.
People who supposed to care. When I say nobody, them that supposed to care have been charged with given the office, right? They don't seem to be doing a proper job. They don't seem to be doing a proper job.
It's okay if you make that statement. It's okay.
But that's my opinion.
But when you said, and I'm going to say it over and over. Anytime we say,
that's your opinion and I have mine.
No, this is not an opinion. This is not an opinion.
And I am saying, the statement I am making is my opinion. But that's what I am saying.
If you are saying that nobody cares, it's an inaccurate statement.
Well, that is your opinion.
That's not my opinion.
And I'm going to respect your opinion.
But
my opinion is the people who are in charge, they don't care. I don't talk.
Well, you can make that statement. That is statement.
I don't talk. If they care, we would not have that situation with our young lady that we trying to fix. Right? No. And that's not a women going missing. That is too much going on at once. We ain't even having, and look how much murders are now. We ain't even having one here, one down, six down the road, 6 months later. Back to, oh God. Come on.
That's why we have so much problems in Trinidad and Tobago.
Come on, too much of thing going on, man.
For example, we had, and I said this, we have had another example where a person in the chat says the government have done nothing for Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing. Right? And the government have not done anything for Trinidad and Tobago. That's an inaccurate statement. And I will stand by that. Whether I'm supporting the government or not, That's an inaccurate statement. And we continue to make these type of statements with nothing and anything. It is untrue. It is totally untrue. And nobody, when Shamfor Kojo talk about the statement that nobody, when Donna Cox talk about the other statement, I criticize them for that statement. Right? But we keep on talking about nobody in doing this and nothing in happening. And it's a total untrue statement. And it's untrue. You may not like it, but it's untrue.
That's your opinion. I never said I didn't like it. That's your opinion. You have your opinion and I have mine.
That's when I
see, when I see,
look up the meaning of
you cannot dictate my opinion.
You look up the
you
meaning
cannot dictate my opinion. My opinion is mine. And it is, and I use
your opinion. Yes.
My opinion is mine. You can't dictate my opinion.
I'm not dictating your opinion. Your opinion.
I don't dictate yours. Your opinion as well. They build up the Red House. They spend tons of money in the Red House. They spend tons of money in only help me with the other building. They do a set of. You brought a lot of things there. My thing is, how come we still have so much suffering? How come and in places where you need to capture these people? You think they can go on so year after year after year? Nah, something needs to be fixed. They're going about it the wrong way. It needs to be fixed.
Okay, so here's the article in the Daily Express. A major part of the secondary entrance assessment examination have been leaked online.
Oh, Lord.
More than 18,000 children started writing the SEA exam yesterday morning. This is a past story. The language arts paper started appearing online. But Education Minister Dr. Nyan Gasby-Dolly insisted the SEA 2023 exam was not compromised. She told the Express pupils will not have access to the paper circulated online as they will not have any access to their cell phone during the examination. In a phone interview, Gasby-Dolly said, social media posts which purport to have released the confidential SEA 2023 exam papers will not have been accessible to students writing the SEA as they are already engaged in the examination process and, based on the rules enforced by assessment supervisor and center managers, will have no access to their phones. Therefore, the integrity of the SEA 2023 has not been compromised. This is such hogwash. I want to know, how do you know if one person didn't go into the class with the phone and use the exam?
They
don't know that. If one person was able to go into a class and use the phone, the exam was compromised.
That's right.
It only takes one person for the exam to be compromised. It doesn't take 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 individuals. If one person was to be able to gain an advantage by using that exam, it's compromised. So I mean, look.
I see Rose, in response to your question in the chat, we have arranged for her to get mental counseling from Miss Billy, and she has an appointment with a GYN tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. That's as far as but she did go back to get the thing treated today. So I don't know how she was received. She has to get.
We are working on me as we speak.
Yeah. So, and I send her motivational things from time to time, keep her head up. I talk with her, I do what I can for in the meantime. But Miss Billy has reached out. They're going to be talking to treat the postpartum that the husband says she's experiencing. So she's in good hands, Rose.
Hailey says, AI will only be the future of first world countries. Now it could be the future of all countries.
No, it has to. No, everybody have to get on board. You said, remember we said it when bank cards and then came out. I want my check. I was one that said, I want my check to go and deposit. I was one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I was like, but wait now, I ain't seen my money. I used to have a bank book. I'm like, but wait now, we're going. So I used to go to the bank every time, stick my card in the machine and get a balance print out and keep it in a little socket, little plastic binder I had to be sure But they used to give you a printout saying you received this. I said, well, where's my check? So it took a while, but we all would get on board with AI. But I saw a documentary where they say 40% of jobs will be wiped out. 40% of jobs. And mostly in the service industry, 40% of jobs. I remember that statistic well. It was a Nightline, ABC Nightline. I said, So we have to start thinking AI. AI. AI.
So
Yep.
Capiza says, PNM Indu one. Listen again, eh? Listen to Capiza. And I know Capiza. I know Captain. PNM Indu one piece of flood mitigation in Caroni East because Indians live there.
Oh Lord.
I'm not touching that.
Hey.
I leaving that alone.
Yeah. Let's talk. Let's touch it fair.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks.
This thing called PNM, this thing called UNC, is one set of dotishness to Mama Kai, you and me. It ain't have no color, it ain't have no race, it ain't have no principles or any values in place. And it was never meant to be the answer for unity. It shares no philosophy with any consistency. For when you watch the pedigree in each and every party, the difference you see turns out to be a case of power and money. Look here, them French Creoles in Saint-As, Maraval and Saint Clair, they don't hold no allegiance or no party here. Rich men must be supporting who they feel going to win. Loyalty, friends, means nothing. Money is getting. That's why PNM quite on turn coat to UNC. And when Del Motley, his background showed he was with DAC. Hector Motley, the speaker, swore PNM till he dead. And when the last election over, he was UNC instead. Augustus Ramreka Singh, I knew him in Tapia. Next thing I know, he was a PNM minister. John Humphrey changed from Trinity and he joined about 5 parties. So he's only die-hard new and grassroots me. It's PNM and UNC.
We're back to. We're gonna go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future. but the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them from now on, this nation is we. No more we and them from now on, this nation is we and we and we and we.
It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. We hope one day it will be we and we and we and we, not just we and them. Alright, good night. We ain't seeing our wild partner. Rose, good night.
Oh, let's turn in French now. We.
Anselm.
Yeah.
The Minister of Works is Rohan Sinanan, no?
Correct is right.
What is he? French Creole?
Nah, he's Ian Capiza. I think Ian Capiza is family.
Oh, Lord.
So what is Capiza's point?
I don't know. I live in Capiza day, boy. Me ain't going on that road with Capiza, boy.
Capiza, we don't need the rhetoric. We don't need it.
Yeah. I ain't going on that road with him. I leave with him there.
Because Sinanan is of the same ethnic persuasion that you're implying are not being given service.
We call him a PNM pest.
Ask the pizza who sabotaged the pump down there. Ask him who sabotaged the pump.
PNM.
No. Oh God! All right.
Oh Lord, there we go again. Anyway, guys, I have to go do a final exam here, oral presentation online. So good night, villagers. Good night, everyone.
All right, Stormy.
Take care.
Good. Bye.
Yeah. Ask the pizza who sabotaged the pump down there.
Basically, what I'm saying is this: we don't need to go down that road because it makes no sense. It's totally illogical.
Yeah, and listener, when you listen to some of them programs in Trinidad and Tobago, it is, when you listen to them program and the political divide, and this program is talking about this, and the other program over there talking about how the blacks is this and the Indians is that. I was like, boy, we gone, in Trinidad,
So the Indians are white.
All you see, they're going to change the census to in this country. They're going to change the census in this country with all the different categories they have. Look. Show me here the story about the Old Keepers founder sentenced to 18 years for the January 6th seditious conspiracy case. Stuart Rose, who said after the Capitol attack that the rioters should have brought rifles, received the longest sentence of any of the January 6 defendants to date.
Mm-hmm.
The founder of the far-right Oath Keepers has been sentenced to 18 years in federal prison in connection with the January 6th attack on the Capitol following his conviction on seditious conspiracy. Now, Tommy, think about this, right? Think about this, right? This incident happened on January the 6th. What's the date today?
Today is May the 25th.
Okay, May the 25th. This gentleman have already gone through a trial and has been convicted and sentenced to 18 years in federal prison. 5 months?
No, January 6th was January 6th, 20.
That was 2022?
What was the first year of Biden's
hold on, let me see.
reign?
January 6th.
Is either 21 or 22?
Okay, hold on, let me see.
21.
Okay. January 6th, 2021. All right? So this is 2 years later. Right?
Yep.
The point I'm trying to make is that 2 years later, he's already sentenced. How long we had that case in Piaco? How long was that case?
22 years ago.
Okay, good. and we serious about any type of reform in Trinidad and Tobago? How long is Stephen Ish going through extradition? How much years now? Where that
No,
case is?
no. Let me ask you something. All of them who talking about PNM and UNC and going on and on and on, they realize that that's not a PNM or UNC matter, that's a national matter.
No. That's a PNM UNC matter. Because if Stephen Ish wins, UNC wins. If they lose, PNM win.
I guess the money is
Nah, they don't care if the country getting any money for that. Because if them lose, the government win, and the government is the PNM. So, for example, right?
Not the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Nah. Look at the case in the Privy Council for the local election. That's for the country, right?
That's right.
That's about the country. I don't care who win and who lose. What I want is a representative democracy.
That's right.
And the Privy Council told the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right, that the people elected all this to go into the corporations in a local election, and they have a right to decide if they're gonna go longer than the time that you were elected for. That is, the government can't do that, and they were absolutely correct. But people trying to defend now, saying that, well, you know, two of the people disagree, two of the judge didn't agree with what happened, but the three, and you trying to make that as an excuse, man. Serious, boy? We really care about country, boy? We really care about it?
Not at all.
Look, and this is the facts, you know. To me, there's no way on the planet a soccer game could end up 3-2, and you say, but you know, we scored 2 goals, we almost win. The other team scored 2 goals, you know. The fella scored 2 goals, but he almost had a hat trick. You know what I mean? And it's like we will twist anything to benefit our party.
Spin doctors.
But listen, I call a radio station the other and I tell them, I say, both all need to go and spin ball for the West Indies. Because all they're trying to spin everything. Everything is a spin. Call the local election. The local election is about country. Let the people decide. If the people want PDP, if the people want NAR, if the people want NTA, if the people want PEP, if the people want UNC, PEP, whoever, let them have the opportunity.
What they want.
What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing.
Look, and we saying no, we fighting about well, the Privy Council and the thing about this, Tommy, isn't the Privy Council like the Supreme Court up here?
Of course.
They are the last bastion of anything. Once they rule.
Of justice.
Once they rule, you could go and appeal anywhere. Where could go and appeal? And if you decide, Tommy, not to follow that, you just like all the rest are bandits on them.
Exactly.
You just like all the rest are bandits on them. So what we become is a bandit country. That's what it is. It's a bandit country. And I don't want to hear about what the UNC do and what I want to hear about what's best for the country. How we go reduce murders in the country. How we go increase the economy. Tommy, if a man coming to work for Heritage in Trinidad and Tobago, you know what his monthly salary is?
180,000.
Look, and people in marching up and down the tongue. And all kind of perks. Let me see if I have it here, you know. I have it. Let me read.
He's entitled to a car costing up to 700,000.
Yeah, look at here. But we serious? So we don't have a qualified person in Trinidad to do this work.
No.
We don't have a qualified Trinidadian to do that work.
No, we don't have, after all these years of energy business.
We don't have that. And then people in marching up. Where the pushback movement? Hey, let me read this first. I go down and call Andy Williams and Mighty K and them. I want to know if they're going to push back for that. Our taxpayers' money spending. This man getting 180 plus monthly for the new Heritage CEO. Let me read it. Let me read it.
How much they were paying Miss Chow?
I don't know, you know. I don't know, Tommy. But when a new person comes in, normally they pay them more.
Right, they pay them more.
You know that. You know that.
But what was Miss Chow's remuneration?
Let me see if I could find that. Miss Chow, what was the first name?
Just say Heritage CEO, Miss Chow.
CEO. Heritage Petroleum, right?
Right.
Yeah. Google.
See what I could find here. You see anything?
Hold on. Nah, I didn't see anything. Let me try one other place. My name is Chow, CHOW, right?
Right.
Heritage Petroleum. Let me see. Let me try this one here. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. And Tommy, we were absolutely correct. What by Newsday? Arlene Chow is being paid $150,000 per month to head Heritage Petroleum. Acting Prime Minister Colin told the House of Representatives yesterday. This was a story in the Newsday in September 2019. She replaces U.S. citizen Mike Wiley, whose brief stint was cut short by his need for treatment for colon cancer. Listen to this. Wiley was appointed last November and was paid a salary of $240,000 a month.
Okay, so she replaced Wiley in 2019.
Yes. And
we save money on that replacement.
Right. But she's a local.
Right.
Right? So locals are undervalued than foreigners.
Correct.
Right? So Imbut said Chow also has a $1,000 monthly phone allowance and is provided with a company vehicle and driver. Right? Now, let's see if Ms. Chow could deal with a $1,000 monthly phone allowance. I wonder if our partner here, let me see where it is now. Let me see. The terms and condition of new CEO of Heritage Petroleum Company, Eric Keskula, includes a salary of $180,000 per month, plus various cash and non-cash benefits. Prime Minister Keith Rowley gave the information in Parliament yesterday, as well as other aspects of the total compensation package offered to the CEO. Base salary, $180,000 monthly. Relocation allowance, 7%, $12,600 a month. Completion bonus of $180,000 payable at the end of the 6 months probation. You hear that?
Right.
A completion bonus at the end of 6 months probation. Non-cash benefits, including value of housing, up to $5,000 a month, a vehicle maintained by Heritage during probation, and subsequent to that, vehicle purchase at the value of up to $700,000.
Right.
Utilities to be reported by the company. Return airfare to their home country at the end for employee and spouse. International medical insurance for employee and spouse and 2 dependents. International life insurance for the employee only, and 20 working days annual vacation. There's also an annual bonus arrangement to be discussed with Heritage by Keskula, who was announced as the company incoming CEO on Monday. right? So hold on, I'm trying to see if there's any other information in here. Yeah, that's it. Tommy boy.
Did you read did you see the part where they show that they're making?
Yeah. I didn't want to read that part. You want me to read that part?
Yeah, read that part. That's the
All right.
feel good part.
Rowley noted that UNC MP Rudy Ndassing in his question had finally acknowledged that the restructuring of Petrotrin had resulted from it going from billions of dollars in losses to Heritage, making an after profit of 1.1 billion. Rowley said Heritage is dealing with age-inherited infrastructure and its program of assessing that infrastructure, which is age and some of it even dangerous. He said Heritage recently spent $9 million on an inspection program on change out of certain aspects of the pipeline structure. Heritage is currently spending $15 million annually. Rowley also said government is not seeking a buyer for the Caribbean Dockyard and Engineering Service Limited Carry Dock, as the role it can play is very important to TT's diversification efforts in marine technology. Government has appointed a competent, qualified group of citizens to form Carry Dock Board. Tommy boy?
Yep.
Tommy boy?
Yep.
Tommy,
I guess the only saving grace is that they're making money.
Yeah, but Tommy, we can't find a local to do that work.
I don't know. Did they look hard enough? Maybe all the locals are abroad getting paid in US dollars. Yes.
Oh,
because a lot of our energy professionals are in the Middle East.
So Rajvi says at WZYE TV, Texas hires many Trinidadians to work in oil for big money. Why not talk about that hundreds of them? What big money? How much of them is CEO, Rajvi? Rajvi? How many of them are CEO? CEOs. I don't want to hear about no regular. I want to know how much of them are CEOs. You think Texas will come to Trinidad to hire somebody in Trinidad and make them a CEO of our oil company in Texas? Nah, Rajvi. Nah, Rajvi. Come on, Rajvi. Come on. You mean we want no intelligent people that could be CEO of Heritage Petroleum? Yeah? Rose, see you. Take care. Yeah? You know, Rajvi say, TT, that's small money.
Because 180 TT is what?
Let me do the math. 7. What is it by? Say 7.
6.7.
Let me say 6.5. 27,000. 28,000. Let me say 28,000.
28,000 US.
332,000 US a year. That not good money. That change. That chump change.
That's over $250,000 a year.
Rajvi. You see why? We don't say that's small money. TT, that is small money. How much people we know? 2.1 million dollars.
2.1 million TT.
2.1 million TT. Yeah. That's small change, man. It's more money. And Tommy, I don't have to pay for house. I don't have to pay for car. I don't have to pay for lunch. I don't have to pay for dinner. I don't have to, I mean, listen. And Tommy, the sad part about it is that a local Trinbagonian don't get the same perks as a foreigner coming to Trinidad and Tobago.
True.
Why is that? Why is that?
We don't value our own.
Eh?
We don't value our own.
We don't value you. Let me see if I could get. Let me see if this guy go pick up the phone. Today's Tuesday, right?
All day till midnight.
Yeah. Let me see if we go pick up the phone. He must be sleeping. Because he had to get up in the morning. Yeah, he's sleeping. He won't pick up the phone. Yeah. So, Tommy, the thing about it is that I said I can't even buy a Benz.
2 point. How much you can buy a Benz?
Well, you don't need to buy no Benz. You get in a free car. What Benz you need to buy? If Heritage gain you a Benz for when you're in the country, why you don't buy no car? You don't spend no money on car and then go take care of it.
If you were to add the value, all the perks, I'm sure it will come up. He would be making something like probably $4 or $5 million TT.
Easy, Tommy. Easy. You gotta get a house, right? You gotta get. I mean, what is it? You had 12,000 in some type of other thing. 12,000 times 12, right? I mean,
5,000 for housing allowance.
Bye. Oprah, welcome. Oprah Nichols, welcome. Good night to you as well.
Hi, Oprah.
As he said, I can't even buy a Benz. You understand? Rajvi said, we just hire many Trinidadians to work in oil for big money. Yeah, because if a Trinidadian goes to Texas and they're paying that Trinidadian $60,000 a year, US, right? For that Trinidadian, that's over $250,000, right? That's real good money. But I know CEO money. That's a different. Plus they're paying him a bonus to it. So let's just say a bonus is 20%. 20% of 2.1 million. That's 400 and something $1,000, you know. You see what I'm saying, Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
A man making out like a bandit. Yeah. Ulrich like I forget Trini people that's going to bed early. Yeah. You know, Hailey says that is not even 1 million USD. I mean, 60 million USD. That is almost minimum wage. What Hailey talking about? Tommy?
60 million USD is minimum wage.
What planet is that? What 60? Look at it. What planet is that?
60,000 he's saying.
60,000.
For what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's by today's standard, that's more money.
But that's not minimum wage.
It's not minimum, but it's
What's the minimum wage in the US? 7 something? What's the minimum wage? I don't know, you know. What's the minimum?
You have to Google it.
Let me see. What's the minimum wage in the US?
But 6 figures are common. That's just five figures. I'm sure many of the professionals who come from Trinidad to the US to work make 6 figures. If they would anything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
725. And in some states it's different.
That's minimum wage. Minimum wage you're talking about?
Yes, the current federal minimum wage. The minimum wage in California is $15 per hour, and in New York City is $15.95 per hour. Right? So there is a federal wage, but other states can pay more than that federal wage, minimum wage. So, how is that 60 USD? So imagine if you had to work to make 60,000 on minimum wage. Imagine how much hours you have to work a day. You might have to work 30 hours a day. Eh?
Yeah, but tradesmen make a lot of money. Some of them make $52 an hour and all kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get that. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one. You know, if you're making 60,000, it has some teachers that be making 60,000 a year.
Agree.
Right? That ain't minimum wage for them. I know minimum wage. Yeah. And so here is the statement by the Prime Minister regarding the local election. Yeah. Tommy, I think sometimes we are blinded by our parties, and we let our parties decide our rhetoric.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, we see a change, not a crisis. And there's definitely no need for the mayhem, sackcloth and ashes that some desire.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, as he delivered a statement in the House of Representatives on Wednesday, his first public statement in response to the judgment by the Privy Council last week that the extension of the life of the councils of the nation's 14 municipal corporations did not include incumbent councillors and aldermen. And just as Attorney General Reginald Amore had done, the Prime Minister referred to the minority report by 2 of the 5 law lords in London.
However, I want to make it abundantly clear that the government has no choice but to accept the ruling of the Privy Council and be guided by its findings and their effect on operations and intentions.
But before the Prime Minister began to deliver his statement, the Leader of the House moved a motion that did not go down well with the opposition.
Leader of the House.
As I said, look and learn. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that Standing Order 24.3 be suspended to permit the Prime Minister to complete his statement.
At the end of a division vote, the government's majority prevailed, and the Prime Minister gave a summary of the lawsuit filed against the state by Ravi Balgobin Maraj.
Therefore, the challenge brought by the applicant and the appellant did not succeed until 18th of May 2023, with the corporations continuing to function lawfully, consistent with the provisions of the Municipal Corporation Act, and supported until then by the unanimous decision of the Court of Appeal of Trinidad and Tobago.
Prime Minister Rowley said that the outcome of the Privy Council, Trinidad and Tobago's final Court of Appeal, reverses this comfort and that the government is now duty-bound to call the local government election.
Under existing law, a period of not less than 35 days must lapse between the issue of the writ and the taking of the poll. Immediately and within 3 months of the 18th of May, the government will move to issue the writ so that a poll can be taken within the usual 90-day window.
But instead of calling the election date, as many had anticipated,
consistent with this advice and decision, the Deputy Chief Parliamentary Council is on standby for the drafting of the necessary legislation to validate all acts of the corporation from December 2022 up to the 18th of May 2023, and for the further 3-month period from 18th of May. This piece of legislation is expected to be ready to be laid in Parliament and debated and taken through all its stages in this Honourable House on Monday the 29th of May 2023. Once this is accomplished, the date for local government within the 90-day window will be announced.
That 90-day window ends in mid-August. Deputy Speaker Esmond Ford acknowledged Opposition Leader Kamla Prasad Besessa's point that a follow-up question was allowed.
Honourable Prime Minister, through you, kindly indicate, if you can, clarify what is the status of the existing incumbents apart from the chairman and mayors.
Prime Minister. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I thought I was crystal clear, and I am not the legal advisor of the opposition leader. I have said everything I need to say on this matter.
Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
So Tommy, something just came up on my phone. Let me see. This is I think a meeting going on now.
I'm saying no to that. I'm saying no to that. And you can say no to that. There are enough honest people in this country to run it. But if you don't,
Are you hearing that?
Yep.
a situation like this, where
All right. A live stick. All right. I just come up on my phone. All right. So folks, there you have it again. Eiley says if you make 60,000 minus tax, you're taking home minimum wage. Tommy, you wanna deal with Eiley on that? Eiley, what's the minimum wage in Canada? What's the minimum wage in Canada? What's the minimum wage in Canada? Wage in Canada. Minimum wage in Canada. Okay, it says anywhere from $11.75 to $16. Right? Anywhere from let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I'll try it. And what's the minimum wage in Canada? The minimum wage in Canada. So, okay, all right, correct. The minimum wage, the federal minimum wage is currently $16.65 per hour. And then there are some places, just as in the US, some places it's lower. Like Saskatchewan is $13 per hour. Northwest Territories is $15.20 per hour. Nova Scotia is $14.50. Yukon is $16.77. Prince Edward Islands is $14.50. $14.50. Right? So for me, if I work 8 hours a day, right? 8 hours a day times, let's say, $16. That's $120 a day, right?
Right.
Times 3. Let me say I work 365 days, which is not accurate, but let's just say.
But $60,000 is $28 an hour.
Okay, that's $46,720 at $17 an hour. And I put 365 days. Right? You don't work 365 days.
No, you don't.
Right? $46,000. So I don't know. I need a maths and partner. So yeah, it says 1550. Yeah, that's what we just said. It said in some places, right? So the maths and Rajvi says, I live comfortable in the US now. You need over 120K a year. Trinidad is becoming cheaper for food soon also. You need 120,000 to live comfortably in the US?
You need close to $100,000 to live comfortably, to live very comfortable in the US.
He says over 120,000 Well, Tommy, if you're getting your rent paid for and thing, you could live comfortable on less than 100,000.
Absolutely.
How much America paying tax? It depends on your salary.
Yep.
Right? So I mean, some people pay 30%, some people 20%. It depends on your salary. That's what you pay in taxes. And then it also depends on your deductible too.
Right, on your your deductions.
Yeah, if you put four people on your W-2 form, nah, Heidi's not 50% tax. Heidi say Heidi say 50% tax, so that 60,000 will be
No. You're not even 30. Not even 30%. Much more.
Heidi say 50% tax. Wait now. But Heidi, that's a good question. Where in the world have a 50% tax? Let me ask that. Where in the world is salary tax 50%?
Certain numbers in the US, is in the 50% bracket if you're above certain numbers.
I mean, you feel that people in this thing that pay 50% tax? 50%?
Yeah, big bucks.
And people making big money? Okay. All right. Where in the world is salaries taxed at 50%? Let me see. Okay, this is what it says. The top marginal tax rate in Belgium is 15%. It applies to income over £50,000.
Yeah, but it's thinking you said 15 instead of 50.
No, I was just going by what Heidi said. Heidi said 50% tax. Heidi said that he said 50% tax. So that 60,000 will be 30,000 after tax. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to see where in the world it's taxed at 50%. So Denmark, the top marginal tax rate is 56%. Applies to income over £60,000. Finland is 59.6%. Applies to income over 70,000. France, the top marginal tax rate is 45%. It applies to income over £152,000. And it goes on. Germany, Italy, Japan, South Korea, and Sweden. I don't see nothing here in the United States. Them rich people in this country not paying no 50% tax. As a matter of fact, they take the Donald Trump theory.
The top tax rate in the US is 37%.
Okay, there we go. Right? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's federal income tax, eh?
Right,
So,
right.
Sometimes when you combine the federal income tax with the state taxes, it could be up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but by the time you make all them deductions, right? You could be taxed to that. But by the time you make all them deductions, if when you look and you see your federal income taxes, your tax is X amount, and they take out this amount in federal income tax, by the time you have all those deductions, you could be getting a big refund, right? Because at the end of the day, sometimes if you itemize on your taxes, or some people just take the standard deduction.
Right.
So it depends, But them rich people have a lot of way of getting around paying them taxes.
Of course.
Yeah. So say Rajvi says 38% plus 3% Obamacare. Yeah. Some traders pay 42% federal tax plus need to pay state tax. You see, but Tommy, if I take out 42% federal tax, I could get back almost 3/4 of those taxes if I have the right deductions.
Right, if you have, right.
Yeah, if you itemize, you could get back a lot of those taxes that you have paid.
True.
Yeah, look, you see, this is the 90% Capisa. You can write off, well, not your mortgage
Interest.
You can write off the mortgage interest, or you can write off your property tax, on your property. But you can't write off the mortgage. I think what you mean, Capisa, is that you could write off the property tax and the taxes, or the interest as well.
And if it's an income producing property, then you get to write off repairs and so on.
Right. No, Rajvi, you are correct. Wall Street, you can only claim $3,000 US for income from trading. No, that's understood. Right? You have your losses and your gains. Right? So they could offset each other. Capisa said they have a homestead exemption in Trinidad and Georgia. So think about this, Tommy. In Trinidad, if there's property tax, will you be able to write off your property tax? I just thought about that,
It's how the law is written.
I guess it's how the law is written. But if you have a house and you don't work, you can't write off no property tax. It's interesting. So Hailey says, if you buy everything in your LLC, then you can write off everything.
True.
So Hailey's giving Rajvi advice. Put your trader account in the LLC. That's true, Everything you can write off in a limited liability corporation. Yeah. So I think we went into kind of a tax lesson, boy.
Yep.
Who took we down that hole? Hailey. Yeah. Hailey does always take me someplace, But it's all good information, though. It's all about information. Information is key. Oh, I was going to say capital gains and capital losses from trading. Now, I saw the they had another meeting, this time with the Caribbean police commissioners, and I think they will get licks for this too, because just like I have that recent CARICOM summit on crime, and this was held in Trinidad as well, with commissioners from all across the Caribbean, coming to Trinidad to meet to discuss, basically what are some crime fighting initiatives that they are using, to combat crime, in their island.
What does it take to effectively combat crime? It's a simple question and a complex issue. But head of the Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police, Edwin Martin, believes at the core, the solution lies in strong leadership and public support.
Having an astute and assertive police force driven by a passion to address crime, and of course pushing hard to have public cooperation. Never undermine public cooperation. The police cannot do anything without the public.
The ACCP head, who also serves as Grenada's Commissioner of Police, reports that while crime is generally on the upswing across the region, Grenada has been able to effect a gradual reduction in crime. He tells TV6 at the end of the conference, all commissioners should have access to a working crime reduction template.
We have had year on year, basically for the past few years, reduction in crimes, small percents. So I will not say there is a downward trend. I would say there is more or less a stability. We have seen a bit of an increase in the first quarter of this year, going up by about 8% this year for the first quarter. But we have had that in the past and was able to respond to that, and by the end of the year, see reductions.
So that is something that Grenada would be hoping to bring to Trinidad and Tobago, perhaps, in terms of reducing crimes?
Well, of course, we want to see the reduction of crime across the region takes place. And what we want to do is that we create a platform, and the ACCP is looking for this. We are looking now to position a repository within the ACCP where individual states can tap into and see what are the strategies and concepts applied across different countries to treat with particular problems. So you can have a template and then use that template if needs be and tailor it to fit your circumstances. So you do not have to reinvent the wheel.
Meantime, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines believes all participating countries stand to benefit equally from the conference.
Many countries of our region have surpassed previous murder records already for this year, with 8 of us falling in the top 20 of the world's most dangerous countries based on the high rates of homicides per capita. Every day in CARICOM, roughly 14 people are killed.
Given that Trinidad and Tobago has the second highest rate of homicides right after Jamaica in the Caribbean region, do you think that it would be more so persons looking towards us to see what are our views and what are we doing to reduce crime?
This is a collaborative conference. All of us in the region, as was settled in the crime symposium held mid-April, right here at the Hyatt, we are all settled in an understanding that we are facing the same afflictions, the same problems, the same threats, and we are working together in order to find resolutions to them.
He notes that while some may see these conferences as mere talk shops, many successes have come out of collaborations such as these, including TNT's largest drug bust to date, which occurred last Thursday.
Only last week, our transnational organized crime unit intercepted and seized 168.2 kilograms of cocaine from the intelligence they gathered intended for the United States. This valued at some 234 million Trinidad and Tobago dollars. I was amazed when I learned of some of the going-ons there.
Police Commissioner Earl Herwood Christopher brought welcome remarks at the conference, which will come to an end on Friday.
I wish all of us a wonderful and memorable conference experience and productive working sessions that will yield historic and valuable recommendations and conclusions that will serve to make our countries and our region a safe place for all our citizens and visitors who rely on us to ensure their safety. Once again, welcome and thank you.
Renassa Cutting, TV6 News.
So Tommy.
So they keep saying it's the largest drug bust ever, eh?
Tommy, and they can't even get it right. Do a quick Google search now. There was 700 million drug busts down on Monos Island. There was a 600 million drug bust in Cocorit. I mean, they can't even get that right, Tommy?
I don't know.
So they're just following whatever the media says then. Tommy boy, we like it, so Tommy, we free. Tommy, I want to play next quick quote in here from Wayne Hayde, the watchman, talking about a situation that happened with a police officer. So take a quick listen. I'm not going to play all of it.
This is Wayne Hayde, the watchman, on the 24th of May, and I'm very annoyed. A few days ago, a video was circulating on social media showing a police officer in an interaction with a member of the public a driver who purportedly had certain items on the back of a pickup that were not secured. And the police officers ended up giving the gentleman tickets, not only for that offense, unsecured load, but also for having a defective number plate. Now everybody jumping on the poor policeman. You even had a member of parliament, my good friend, the honorable deputy political leader of the opposition, lambasting the police officer and talking about why they don't go and do and arrest other persons committing more serious crimes. That is true. The police has a role to deal with serious crimes in the country, and they are not doing such a creditable job as far as everyone is concerned. But that has nothing to do with this incident, because the police service is a place of specialization and division of labor. There are officers doing traffic. Unless the honorable member of parliament is saying that they should stop doing traffic, send everybody to run chase after murderers and other criminals and leave traffic alone. There are police officers who are dog handlers, those who are training, those who are involved in other activities in the police service that are all crucial in terms of maintaining law and order. So we can't say that a police must not take action when there's violations of road traffic law. And the things people are talking is such nonsense, such utter rubbish, that I think I need to let people know what the facts are. Number one, an unsecured load is any load on a vehicle which, because of its positioning, its place, and the circumstances, there is a substantial or potential risk of it dislodging and coming off the vehicle and could result in an accident or a fatality. It has happened in the past, where trucks loaded with cement, where trucks loaded with items, and these items fell off, hit other vehicles, caused an accident, people have died. People have been injured. Now I heard police officers arguing that first the item must fall off the vehicle. That is not the law. The law has to look at potential risk. If you wait for the item to fall off the truck and hit something and cause an accident, then you're locking the stable door after the horse done gone. That is not the way the law is written. Secondly, people were talking about discretion, that police officers should use the discretion and not give the man a ticket. Yes, the word is discretion, not compulsion. The police officer can decide, based on the circumstances of the case, whether he wants to give the person a ticket or charge them for the offense. And we have all, as police officers, when working, been in circumstances where we have decided not to charge a person for an offense that they have committed for various reasons.
Tony? Right?
Yep.
I think Gwyneth is absolutely correct. Eh?
Yeah, but then the posterity driver too, he made it difficult to give the police a chance to even compromise the situation.
You saw the video? I didn't see it.
Yeah, the driver was very belligerent.
Right? Yeah, but everybody want to go down against the police officer. Right? That's why we have the problems in Trinidad. You know? You want to be wrong and strong. You know? So Hailey, Kapiza, Rajvi, Eugene, Nadia, Hailey, Ulrich, Denise G, Rose, if you're still there. Let's see. Put closing comments in the chat. And if I did say Nadia. Yeah, you know, Tommy. Boy, the song we're gonna go out with in Trinidad, I don't know, boy. Like the devil have a hand in running the land, boy.
No doubt.
That's all I can say.
No doubt.
That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Because it just don't seem that Ulrich said the police move stupid. How the police moves stupid already.
The driver was a little bit out of order, I would say, because he could have been a little bit more tempered, and it would have given the police a chance to decide if you're gonna give him a break.
But Tommy, was the driver wrong?
Yes, you can't listen. You cannot carry items like that in the tray of your truck and it's not secure. You hit a bump or something and it flies off the back of your truck and hurt somebody or hurt.
And you know what happened, right, Tommy? Somebody would have said, you just see he pass a policeman down the road and the policeman let him pass straight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. You know, we real good at it. You can't win it. You can't win. Policeman just trying to do his job. Yes, there are some policemen who are difficult. Ulrich said I was too petty. What too petty, Ulrich? Suppose we, as watchman, I said, suppose we had on the truck, fly off the truck, hit a car, and the car hit other cars, and then there's a pile up on the highway or wherever it is. Right? And then people lose their life. What are they going to say? You see? That's why the broken windows stereo, it talks about the little things. When you let these little things go untouched, it end up happening to be big, large things. Man, if you break the law, right? Of course, I don't tell you, give you a ticket. Like if you have a broken light, for example, at least give you an opportunity to fix the broken light. You know, but you're going around driving with things on your truck that could fly off your truck and thing and cause harm to other people. Man, and Tommy, you know, maybe this wasn't the first time he was doing that.
Of course, he obviously seemed, based on what I saw, looked like he's used to doing that.
Correct.
He may have been warned before. You just never know.
Yeah. Ulrich want to know how we know if that would have happened. Well, Ulrich, we're just trying to prevent it. We don't know it would have happened. We're trying to prevent these things from happening. Because we just want to take all kind of, you see, boy, we just want to break all kind of law, boy. And that's why the country in the condition that it is. Because the little things that we should be taking care of, we didn't care about that. And when an officer tries to take care of it, we lamblast the poor officer. Stick and stay. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE.
You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, Maplewood, New Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in New Jersey for talk, news, sports, and information. The Caribbean. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come there every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. You see, Tommy, boy, some days, Tommy, to be honest with you, boy, I know it have many people who live inside of Trinidad and outside of Trinidad that really and truly want to give up on Trinidad and Tobago. Eh? Because every day there seems to be something happening in the country. Something negative happening. There are positive things happening, yes. But it seems like every day there is some type of drama. Drama with the Privy Council, right? Drama with even to get a man a work, a CEO work. And I see somebody say they could pay a man 180,000, but the civilians in Trinidad could only get 4% raise. Right? I see somebody put that up. You understand? It seems like if we priorities messed up. You know, and I don't think the government is helping in that situation at all. Because who is to blame? Who is to blame? The only person that you can blame is the people in power. You know? You can't blame nobody else.
Everything is politics.
Everything is politics. Understand? And Tommy, it's both sides of the political divide.
True.
You know, people want to blame each other. And you know, people in Trinidad and Tobago are really and truly see, boy, stop this racial division, man. They have to stop it, man. Because it doesn't benefit the country. Whatever party you want to vote for, you just go vote for your party. Nobody telling you not to vote for your party. But when you're going to go on radio, man, and the type of divisive politics on the radio, it's like, you know, it's sad. And I just listened to some of them people told me, and I was like, man, this is getting bad. So my closing comment is, be the reason someone believes in good people. Be the reason someone believes in good people. From where I sit, this is it. Clock on the wall. So that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Right, Tommy?
When we are willing to stay, even in a moment with uncomfortable energy, we gradually learn not to fear it. Again, when we are willing to stay not even a moment, when we are willing to stay even a moment with uncomfortable energy, we gradually learn not to fear it. Again, it's been a pleasure being here in the village. Look forward to our next session. And as I always say, never look down on a man or a woman unless you're giving them a hand up. Love is the key. Love you all. Be safe.
Thank you, Tommy. I want to answer Kapiza's question before we go. Kapiza, when all you stop sabotaging the pumps and them up where you live in, right? They go fix flooding in your area. When all you stop sabotaging the pump and them that they put up there, that people in the community say all you sabotage, right? They go fix the flooding. And when people come to talk to all you about the flooding, all you don't run them. All right? So there's the answer. Heidi says, Anselm and Tommy, Trinidadians living in chaos. They don't know that it's not right or normal. Trinidadians don't know what good living is. They live in misery, and that's what life is for Trinidadians. Well, maybe that's, I don't know. Heidi, I don't know. I really don't know. Ulrich says, I don't want a leader that's being led. Have a blessed night, everyone. Anselm, I have some pictures to send for you. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Ulrich, you need making my heart hurt, and you sending me pictures of my building. Oh, all right. Kapiza said, get your geography right. There's no pumps in Helena. You talk about Caroni. I never seen not more Helena. You put up the quote about Caroni, you know.
Caroni East.
Huh?
Caroni East, he said.
That's what you put up, right? Yeah. Cap. Ali says, George Washington did not fight the Queen to get education and PhDs. America fought for their freedom, liberation, so they can own their own everything. Okay. Kapisa says, Anselm, have a good night. However, are you voting PNM this local election? Who are you voting for, Kapisa? Yeah? Hailey says they see nothing wrong with what the driver did. Yeah. That is it. We have a warp sense, boy, a warp sense. It's kind of warp. It's like you're supposed to break the law and get away with it.
Exactly.
That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to break the law and get away with it.
And you want to be wrong and strong too. That's the thing.
Yeah, and you want to talk back to the police too, right?
Instead of being humble, if he was humble, at least the police could reconsider and say, well, okay, pal, This is what the law states.
You should have locked him up.
Just to let it happen again. As a matter of fact, see if we get some rope and secure the load right now.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't hear that.
But he come out lambasting the policeman.
I sure was. Tell me you had a video?
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Send it for me now, because I didn't see it.
I will.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be wrong and strong, man.
Let me see if I can send it for you.
Yeah. So, folks, we're going to go out with this thing tonight by Gypsy. You know, I mean, it's sad, but let me see if there's an next closing comment here. Oh, God. Capiza. All right, folks, we're going to go out to the Gypsy.
Oh, yes. Somebody help. Come and put a hand. Come and wipe away the blight and see what the plight that befall the man of this land. What's going on here? I would like to know why the whole world is in a turmoil. So it look as if we fire God from the job and give the work to the Beelzebub. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. If you have to never like understand, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. You know, I never like understand, like if Satan in control of running the land. Hey man, oh man. There's only wars and rumors of wars. Incurable disease go from sea to seas and they happen without a cause. Strange phenomena now happen everywhere. The callousness of this world has the world in fear. Politics and weaponry have taken its toll. They have the whole world out of control. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. It don't happen here, well I can understand like it. Oh yes man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. King of England, yeah, well, I can understand like if Satan in control of running the land. Oh, man. To get at ease, we turn to religion. But then in a quest to do our best, we end up in real confusion. Some religious leaders so phony and vain, all our religious morals to go down the drain. Their materialism make them feel them is Lord, robbing the world in the name of God. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing we're going on here, well, I can understand that the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing we're going on here, well, I can understand like he's Satan in control of running the land. Oh man. Let's take control. Let's reconstruct the world. Sift out all parasites, phonies and blights. What is wrong? Let us make it right. Stop this social, moral and religious decay. Our world wasn't meant to be this way. For heaven's sake, let's not fall for the seat. Put God back in the driver's seat. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The thing going on here, well, I can understand. The devil have a hand in running the land. Man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. You think what's going on here, man, I can understand. Like if Satan in control of running